Professor Brian Kernighan at Princeton University states that controlling complexity is the essence of computer programming. As programmers, we know the importance of writing good code. But sometimes it's hard to see the bigger picture. It's not just about getting the code to work. It's about making sure it's readable, maintainable, and efficient. As a programmer, there are a few things that really grind my gears, and poorly styled code is definitely one of them. I mean, I'm not talking about the occasional syntax error, or a little bug here and there. No. I'm talking about the kind of code that makes you want to throw your computer out the window. Styling is so important, and not just because it makes your code look pretty. It's about making it easy to read, understand, and maintain. When your code is well styled, it's like reading a juicy novel or a fancy website. But when it's poorly styled, it's like trying to decipher a secret code with no decoder ring. And don't even get me started on code with no indentation. That's like trying to read a book with no punctuation, no paragraph breaks, and no chapters. It's a complete nightmare. I mean, is it really that hard to hit the tab key and give your code some breathing room? And let me tell you, folks, when I see poorly styled code, my first thought is always, who wrote this, and what were they thinking? I mean, we have a responsibility as programmers to produce code that's not just functional, but also easy to understand and maintain. It's not just about us, it's about our colleagues, our clients, and our future selves. We're not writing code for the matrix, we're writing it for real people. As the great minds over at MIT.edu said, your code will only be used if your target audience understands it. Which means that your style should be simple, clear, and consistent. And consistency is key, folks. You can't just wing it and hope for the best. You gotta follow the guidelines and agreed upon standards. Like your life depends on it. Your job sure does. So, apparently back in 1981, there was this text-based adventure game called Arctic Adventure. And the game was not only impossible to win, but also unplayable. Why? Because I'm missing 0 in the code. Yeah, you heard me right. A single missing 0. And because of that missing 0 feet, the game's use of English language commands became inoperative. It was impossible to even use basic commands, like get shovel, and complete the adventure. Can you imagine? 40 years later, and they finally fixed the missing 0. Talk about 40 years of consistently being broken, am I right? Styling is an essential aspect of programming that we need to take seriously. It's not just about making code look pretty. It's about making it easier to read, understand, and maintain. So let's all make a commitment to prioritize code styling and create code that's a pleasure to read and maintain. Because let's face it, life is too short to read poorly styled code.